to tonight's official opening ceremony, the world premiere, in fact, the universe's premiere of our season Marvel Summer of Superheroes.
This one then. Asparagus.
This is asparagus.
This one?
Bit hot. That one down. C'est assez, mais quand même. Il y a pas que moi là, tout mouillé.
D'accord, mais. Ouais, je pense que celui-là il a gagné. Moi aussi je pense. Merci beaucoup. De rien.
Hot dogs. Hot dogs. And just don't forget to remove the flesh. Savez-vous?
Non, I swear to God.
Bonsoir.
Survive on that all night.
Not beginner.
Qu'avez-vous trouvé? Whoa! Tony! Qu'est-ce qui vous prend?
What's wrong with me, Cap? I think I've never really liked you, old man.
Alors nous sommes deux. Je ne supporte plus votre arrogance.
Not again! Pas vous! Iron Man! Cap! Arrêtez!
No, fool. You will soon be alone.
Tu seras bientôt seul.
Non, il y aura toujours des héros. There will always be heroes to stand in the face of evil. There will always be a skinny kid, a shy girl, willing to transform and fight for what is right. Ouvrez votre esprit. Through studies and practice, you can learn to embrace your weaknesses. Le pouvoir de l'esprit peut transcender toute chose. Let your mind open the door to a world you can't imagine. Let's go, let's go. Qui êtes-vous? Stephen Strange.
Isn't that would be our spot?
Another
Yeah,
thing.
it's like pirates.
Yeah.
So
This looks like.
Time to get this party started! Everybody, dance!
J'ai vu Nico dans iPhone.
That's like this morning. Yeah, this is pretty. Just wait here. Where's the car?
I remember.
Those are the official pictures. Okay. Well, like mind blank. Thank you. On est bon?
Our friends from UK!
So take pictures of the wall.
Your whole body is in my way.
That you're here today, and I hope that you had a fantastic evening and had an opportunity to really experience Marvel here at Disneyland Paris, which, as you know, is a first for us. We're really excited as well because this morning we have a fantastic treat for you, an opportunity for you to hear firsthand from those who have been really the background and the backbone of this season and have brought it to life for us here at Disneyland Paris.
Golly, I love to tell stories. I'm a storyteller. That's where I guess it begins. And when you combine the elements of musical theater and drama and all the action that comes together, what better way to tell a story? So in pursuing this from education to pursuing that triple threat performing opportunity, my goal was always, I wanted to New York, be on that stage, and before I knew it, the first show that opened, I was now in a professional dance company. So I'm chasing after the physicality of dance, which led into choreographing for musical theater. That led into directing for musical theater, and then that led into writing shows and ideas for musical theater.
So Dan, I know a lot of the time that you spend is actually in our offices in California, but here lately you've been, I think, making residence here at Disneyland Paris, which we are very grateful for. But give us a little background on your role and your involvement.
Sure. So as an executive creative director at Disney Parks Live Entertainment, which is for the Imagineering family, I have the pleasure and the honor and the challenge of developing all of the Marvel live entertainment around the world in all of our parks.
Sorry, I have to apologize. It's Dave. Sorry.
A little bit of that French accent coming out, maybe? So Dave, obviously hailing from the Marvel Studios side, so super exciting. give us a little bit about your background and your role and, you know, kind of how you've been involved in this.
My background, I came into the studio almost 10 years ago, right at the beginning of Iron Man 2, and was sort of did a bunch of different things along the way. I did marketing, I did creative content, special events, Comic-Cons, content for Comic-Cons. I worked on home entertainment a couple of years ago. I started working on franchise for multiple studios locally, so all the consumer products, special events, marketing content, working with the actual marketing team. We started at that point liaising with the WI team.
Tell us a little bit about what you are most excited about now that everything is open and launched. And then secondly, give us a little behind the scenes on what it took, you know, you and your team to really make it happen.
Well, when you play in the world of Marvel, you want to get it right. I mean, the movies are fantastic, and when you're working with the team of Marvel, you want to capitalize on every opportunity to combine the team that has to create it and build it with the knowledge of it. And so to that point, gosh, how long has this been in the making? Quite a while.
Over a year.
Over a year. And in that space, we're like, okay, where will this story take place? Well, we need to have a theater that can accommodate this story. And so part of the list was saying we've got to change or create that space. And so that's been a driving thing to build the interior, a brand new interior to a theater that existed. That was a challenge, an exciting challenge to have. While that's racing this way, to have the 3 shows racing, you know, in parallel on tracks right beside it, wanting them all to line up. And so what am I most excited about? I'm excited that they did line up.
Of course.
And they lined up well. You know, we're very excited, very proud of that coming out of the gate the way it did. As we look at it, we're always about evolution. So we're immediately going, okay, now that we see what we see, what's next? What are we going to do? What are we going to do with the actual show? Where could it go? And so we're already in conversations about that. And I think the other thing I'm most excited about is our performers worked so tirelessly hard. And they did it with joy.
They were amazing.
But they did it with joy, you know, every step of the way. And when you see that completion of that show coming together, you get a sense from them that something pretty amazing was accomplished. And that's very exciting. I remember it was like literally 2 months ago that we were down below the foundation and there was water. You could have gone swimming in a mud pool. But from that space, you start bringing in the experts. You bring in outside vendors who are outside specialists who specifically know exactly what that takes, and you start working. Our timeline also was the challenge because we're going, okay, we've got to figure out how to make these drones fly and have them be safe. And so now we're bringing in not just one specialist, but several, and trying to select the best of the best to get to those answers. We want a car to be thrown across the stage. Again, that takes a lot of experimentation and a timeline. I'm not sure if I'm really answering your question specifically, but there's a small army backstage.
Yeah, and I will give credit to Moira Smith, who some of you I think got to meet or interviewed yesterday, who's the show director, and who really worked on not just the story and partnered with Marvel and how to tell the right authentic Marvel story, but to conceive of how to use the theater to evoke these incredible actions. And so she's able to call on colleagues and experts and specialists with other skill sets to bring them in. And then Disney, of course, developed all of the costumes so that what the characters that you saw and how they were portrayed and who she cast in those roles feel as authentic as possible. For me, that's a good deal of the believability. We've all seen many roles in theater be interpreted by many performers, but the way these characters move and speak is also part of the iconography. So I think Moira and the casting team here, and in consultation with Marvel, really did a fantastic job calling on everyone's expertise to get it just right.
If I could add to that, our producer T. Bear and Moira have worked together, and again, another brilliant man. When you're doing something of this size, you surround yourself with the most brilliant people you can, and then you work like crazy just to stay in front of them. And T. Bear has done amazing projects all over the globe. And so he also had knowledge of, okay, if we're trying this person might be the right person to take us to the next step, or the next level. And that was constantly happening. And as Dan mentioned, the development of our characters, we have a whole character department. that reports up to us in that regard. And so they were there studying the movement of each performer, making sure that they were completing the tightest detail to the action. And we're thankful that you have that at your disposal to make it come together.
The guests will be able to regularly see Marvel characters in action as part of their experience at this park. I think it will really help continue to define the nature of the Studios park.
Go along with his edition of Spider-Man, I think it's something unique about Disneyland Paris. This is the first time that we're seeing Spider-Man in a new light. We have a whole new exclusive suit for Spider-Man, and this is really the first time and the only time that we've seen Spider-Man in this new suit, and it's exclusive to Disneyland Paris.
With Marvel, we could experiment, to Dan's point, in a safe environment. We even did green screen filming so that we could really analyze it after the moment and realize where it could be more powerful or take more of a risk and still be safe and still try to create that energy of a cinematic power. So.
And I also want to tip my hand to our Marvel partners. We can't stop. But when we looked at early video of our rehearsals, then our Marvel partners were able to give us notes about how to make each character move and fight and jump appropriate to that character. If you guys
that was something, a little bit of what I was going to add to is that what's unique about this show is that it's uniquely about the characters that form the Avengers, form our Marvel superheroes, and having that physical language of Captain America punches in a specific way, or Spider-Man flips and jumps and kicks in a certain way. But I think one of the things that's really unique about this show, and hats off to everybody who worked on the stunt team and the coordination, is that no matter where you're watching and your eye is at, there's something going on. So we wanted to make sure that it's not like, okay, well, your eye is definitely supposed to be directed in this way, and then everybody just kind of stops. We want to make sure that that action feels real, and it feels like it's part of the larger
show. To get into this stage, why didn't it happen earlier?
I can address that a little bit. The plans for the parks and what you'll get to experience here are developed years in advance. We really do try to plan ahead and plan great seasons for you, as well as permanent attractions and entertainments as we grow and evolve and change the parks. The final working relationship with Marvel is fairly new, even though we've done things together for years. But it's really just been the last few years that it's really been okay for us to work closely and bring these things to life. So entertainment, being the most fluid, is a natural place to be the first expression of that. But it's also because we wanted to present Marvel in the parks around the world with a unified point of view. How will a character look? There are many different looks for Captain America in the films and in the comics and in animation. So how is he best represented in a live way for the guests in person? So developing our looks and our philosophy for how we want the entertainment and eventually attractions to take place just takes a long time. But hopefully the wait was worth it.
I can go this for a second. Whenever we do any type of show, whether it's a Princess Starlight Waltz over here, or to the Marvel show here, or Star-Lord Gamora Dance Off, we love to get excited about what was impactful. And so we're with, we are a global company, and we're always sharing ideas, sharing concepts. If something was explosive and worked over here and could also add to something that's already being developed over there, we jump at that chance every time. We also learn by maybe what doesn't quite work. And so we go, wow, this was an idea, and now that we see it, we can even make it better over here. And so we're constantly in that process. So I believe anything can shift and go anywhere at any time.
If I can, I believe there's some exclusive things though here at Disneyland Paris. You know, the Hotel New York that we're in right now. Someone wants to say a word about that, maybe Iron Man.
Yeah, I mean, there's tons of stuff. I mean, there's tons of stuff in the culture to the dance point. That it takes a long time. I mean, you know, it was funny, we were having a conversation about this last night about, you know, if me and Dan were debating, like, if you saw Thanos in Avengers 1, would it have worked? You know, probably not, because it would have been how do you bring the characters together and pay off on one of the biggest baddies in Marvel history. And so it is a long road, it's a long game, right? And it's built that way for a purpose, so you can pay off, you know, eventually. So I think the plans for the park and some of the things that have been announced and some of the things that are being offered this summer, it is really exciting. So I think, like the hotel here that we're sitting in, I mean, we were walking around and the WEI team leaders that are working on this, we were just walking around going, oh, how can we change this and what can this be? And the art that's going to be in here, and a lot of the artists that are going to work on that art, that are fans, that have worked on Marvel Studios films, that have collaborated in different ways, that are comic book artists, being able to infuse Marvel into the hotel in exclusive ways and bring that to life. You know, again, that's been a long planned thing. So it's how do you tell those stories in the right way? How do you bring them to life in the right way? And so I think the way that the VI team does it is very specific, but also you want to pay it off, right? So I think, you know, and I'll let Dan and Ryan speak to some of the stuff in the hotel, but I think the plans for the hotel too is one of a kind. So how do you do it and really make it special?
I think that's the question everyone's wondering. Jessica says she's aware of the investment plan for the resort with the new areas. She would like to know more about the Marvel areas.
So just real quick, I mean, obviously we are all super excited about the expansion and the transformation, quite frankly, that will be coming to the Walt Disney Studios Park to really have a Marvel area, a Frozen area, and a Star Wars area as well. So I think all of you are aware we've released some of those details, but not a lot. And the reality is that we have quite a bit to go to get to, you know, the project actually rolling out. It's a multi-year, multi-phased project, so quite a bit coming up for us, but I believe it will start rolling out in 2021. So just want to give that a little bit of background there. I don't know if anyone else has anything you'd like to add?
The answer is Thanos didn't enter silence, I think, right? I think unfortunately the answer to the question is if we ain't say anything, we're going to walk out and we're going to get snapped. So unfortunately,
the press conference.
That would be it, yeah. But
I think, again, like I said, we're all super excited and we really want to know those details as well. So as soon as we have them, we'll for sure have you guys all back.
Nice try, Jessica.